Good afternoon, my friends. Hope you all had a good day. Now, this weekend, we had so much high school football on Saturday that for once, I didn't think about the Saints. Not once. So that's when you know it is very important. There were so many key matchups were happening all over the state of Michigan in this weird sort of version of postseason play. But with that being said, we start our Monday Mayhem up in Copper Country. Houghton Gremlins and Calumet Copper Kings. So much of the first half, basically, it was kind of like this that you're seeing right now on your screen. It was a whole lot of defense. And as you can see here, despite that, Gremlins stuck with the run game for most of it. As it is an important part of their offense, passing is not really the first option that they're willing to go to. That's what they try to stick with the entire game. But eventually, Copper Kings, they started to pick it up as Dryden Nelson gets in for the score. And the limited crowd they had, they loved it. And now next, we're moving on to another play, a passing touchdown to Kip Kangas to add to Calumet's lead. Copper Kings started to heat up offensively, and QB Paul Schultz rolling to his right, and he's going to throw across his body. It's going to be caught by Isaac Peterson for the score. Calumet up 31-0 at the end of the third. But in the fourth, Nathan Erva explodes through the middle. Erva breaking tackles, and he won't stop until he gets the score. Houghton touchdown, and it was a great game on both sides with Calumet able to advance, winning 38-16. Marquette Redmond hosting Muskegon Reese Puffers in their first ever trip to the UP. Around 2 minutes left in the second, and QB Austin Riddle, he finds a wide open David Eberhardt for the touchdown. So what's the score now? 30-0 Marquette. Yes, it's been a shutout. The Rockets, they got the ball back in the third, and comeback is looking less likely, especially after that Desmond Mullen interception on the play. Sets the Redmond up really nice and fancy in good field position. Hands off to Brady Wright. Making people miss is something that he always does, and he's going to get tackled right side of the end zone. Very next play, Austin Riddle. He's looking towards the end zone, find somebody, but he can't. And Mama always said to handle your own business like a man. Riddle obviously called her and got the same advice as he runs it in for the score. It is now 38-0 at this point. And in the fourth, Rockets, they're just trying not to get shut out, but Trevor Simeon stops those dreams in his track with an interception. The Redmen were phenomenal. They dominated this the whole game, 38-0. Here's Coach Eric Mason on the challenge ahead.
Getting through the 6 games, now 7 games, is huge. There's not a lot of teams that are, got to this point as far as the number of games, and the success obviously makes it even better. We're going to have a really tough opponent next week in Mount Pleasant, and we have to go there, and we're going to have to bring our best game, and hopefully things will work out for us.
But now we're checking out how other teams did this past weekend. Escanaba lost on the road to Alma, 28-14. This was the 4th time in 5 years that those two played each other, and 3 of the 4 have been in Alma. So it's becoming quite a rivalry. And next up, we have Sault Ste. Marie continuing to dominate. They won this one against Saginaw Arthur Hill, 60-6. And then moving on to Hancock, lost their game to Gladwin 33-14, while the Purple Hornets, they went to Traverse City and lost a tough one, 65-7. But now we're moving on. We have Forest Park, baby. They were taking on Lakeland-Hubbell, and Brandon LaVenge is up the middle. Nobody there. He is going to get into the end zone for the score. They would make it 6-0 and then get the 2-point, making it 8-0. Later on, LaVenge, he's on a tyrant, folks. Down the sideline, he's gone. Gone forever. Nobody's going to be able to see him. He is going to get in for yet another Lake Linden-Hubbell touchdown, making it 14-0. Later on, Forest Park trying to do something, but they fumble, and it is recovered by the Lakes. Not looking good for the Trojans on this one. Later on, running back Caleb Klein. He's loose, folks. No one to stop him. To the end zone. He smells 20, 10, 5, touchdown. They would go on to make it 26-0. Forest Park, they're trying to do something. They're going to get the fumble recovery by Caleb Klein, but it was a tough one all day. That was the only bright spot as Lake Linden-Hubbells, they would go on to win this one, 48-8. Now we got the Kingsford FLIVVERS taking on Ojima Heights. In the very first play, they set the tone by a run, and it was a good one, folks, by them. Later on, same drive, but Falcons hitting out the big hit, stopping that play in its tracks. Next, FLIVVERS knocking on end zone. Junior sensation Mike Meneguzzo to the big man Zach Pearson for the score. That's a good QB right there, giving the FLIVVERS a 6-0 lead as the PAT would be blocked. FLIVVERS with the ball again. Meneguzzo rolling to his right, and he finds Hunter Bill Green for the big gain. Into the second quarter, and another big pass play, but this time it's to the running back, Carter Skresky, who would get out of bounds. The FLIVVERS would end up not scoring even after that big play. Falcons turn as they with the ball, and Jace O'Grady has a big run up the middle for the Falcons, not stopping. We're going to be in the same drive, and another handoff, and the runner, well, he's just bouncing off everybody. He's not going down, not for a second. Big gain. Falcons pounding the rock, and Zia Crates, he's going to be able to break free. He is like a track runner sprinting towards the end zone. He would get in for the score. That was a hard-fought game, but FLIVVERS, they would come away winning 13-6. Now, we're going to go ahead and take a look at some more 8-man scores that happened this past weekend. It was definitely an exciting weekend. Munising, no, they lost by 2 touchdowns to Indian River, 34-22, and Newberry was able to hold on the way to just 6, winning 26-6. And last, the North Central Jets, they shined bright in their home win against Igadine. They won 74-6.